Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now, Special Edition.
Martin Stadium was rocking tonight. The Cougs taking down the 19th ranked Wisconsin Badgers in front of a sold-out crowd. We could hear them all the way up here in Spokane. Thanks for joining us here tonight. I'm Jordan Smith. It was a nail-biter in Pullman for a little bit of that game in front of a national audience. But at the end, the Cougs took care of business. Let's not waste any time here tonight. Julian Minnesone is live there. And let's see, do we have a shot? We don't have the shot. We're going to check in with them in just a little bit, but let's just move on to some of the other amazing parts of this game. Among the 32,000 on hand at Martin Stadium was NBA legend and former Coug Klay Thompson. He was in the house cheering on his alma mater. And the Cougs tonight honoring another legend ahead of their showdown with the Badgers, late head coach Mike Leach, who led the Cougars with his signature offense and unforgettable personality for several seasons. Marissa Rio is in Pullman with how the Cougs honored his legacy.
Today is the Cougs' first home game since Mike Leach passed away back in December. The impact Coach Leach had not only on this organization, but the game in general will always be remembered.
WSU players ran out onto Giesa Field decked out in gray helmets, crimson face masks, and crimson jerseys. The same uniforms they wore in Leach's final game in Pullman.
We kind of built that whole program together, and we knew that it was going to be a project, and I sincerely think and hope that Cougars everywhere appreciate Mike Leach and what he did for this university, and I continue to miss him.
There was also a t-shirt giveaway with a WSU logo on top of a pirate to honor Leach, who was nicknamed the Pirate. To say that Coach Leach turned the WSU program around is an understatement. He took over the program in 2011, and 2 years later, he ended the Cougs' decade-long bowl game drought.
I think it was a different energy. It was kind of, obviously Mike Leach had a different vibe to him than a lot of other college coaches, and obviously WSU has a different vibe to it than a lot of other colleges. So I would say that him being our coach kind of pushed that level of different across the country, and I think that was a cool brand for us to carry.
In Leach's 7 seasons in Pullman, he won 55 games and led WSU to 6 bowl games. In 2018, he guided the Cougs to an Alamo Bowl victory and was named National Coach of the Year. Today, fans celebrated that legacy.
Leach he kind of set us at a kind of a new level. Mike Price got us to some pretty high levels too, but Leach brought something with him when he came.
Leach was remembered today for far more than just a coach. He made people laugh. He had a bigger-than-life presence both on and off the field.
When it comes to marriages, the women lose their mind. They're going to barrage you with constant questions.
Today's big game was about more than just football. In the words of Coach Leach, how are you going to swing your sword? Reporting in Pullman, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
A great legacy to remember him by. Thanks so much for that report there. Happening Monday in Pac-12 news, a Whitman County judge could rule on a decision that may determine the future of the Pac-12. 10 schools do plan to leave the conference after this year. The 2 remaining schools, WSU and OSU, are now trying to ensure that those departing schools don't get to decide the Pac-12's fate. According to bylaws, outgoing schools don't get a vote on future conference matters. WSU and OSU worry that a meeting called by the Pac-12 commissioner next week will allow them to do just that. And the remaining schools say those departing schools have incentive to dissolve the conference and collect assets on the way out. They filed a legal claim on Friday asking a judge to step in and to stop that meeting. A hearing is set for Monday in Whitman County, and you can read more details of the extensive court filing. It's our top story right now on KXLY.com.
Well, what a jovial scene we just saw down on the Palouse, and you couldn't have asked for better weather today. We saw 80s this afternoon, and we are setting up for a beautiful evening. The sun gone down here in just the last 40 minutes, but still the last rays of dusk moving across the inland northwest, fading away. 74 in Spokane. We're at 70 degrees already in Coeur d'Alene. So we're cooling off pretty fast, and we should have a very comfortable night ahead of us. Expect everybody to be in the 60s fairly quickly as we head over the next couple of hours, and we'll drop down into the low and mid 50s for the overnight before another quick warm up and what looks like is going to be another beautiful day as we head into Sunday. Here is your lows for tonight in the Spokane area. 54 degrees, mostly clear, light winds, and despite some northeasterly winds, which are going to bring in some cooler air that we'll have to talk about the change in your forecast, but at least for Sunday, it's going to feel like summer out there. We're talking about mid-80s. We'll even see a few upper 80s in some parts of the inland Northwest, and lots of sunshine. Really just a perfect cap off to what has been an amazing weekend so far. So even warmer temperatures than what we saw today, tomorrow, but we'll see that change coming in for Monday. Cooling and cloudy conditions, along with a hunt for rain that doesn't look like it's going to be all that fruitful, rather, in the days ahead. I'll catch you up with the forecast where you live for the rest of your weekend coming up.
All right, Matt, thanks so much for that. And let's not waste any time here. The live shot is up. Julian Minnesota is live in Pullman here tonight. Julian, talk about what went right tonight for the Cougs.
Well, Jordan, I don't know if you can see, but there's a field storming right here behind me, and everything is going right for Washington State, as you can see. I got blessed right here to wear the Pirate helmet and the hat and the sword right here in honor of Mike Leach, who was honored before the game. The Cougs just won 31-22 over Wisconsin, a top 25 win. It was a heck of a game, a total family affair here on the field at Martin Stadium.
Leach lives forever! Go! He's the Pirate!
There you go. That's what kind of day it's been here out in Pullman. An unbelievable performance for the Cougs, an all-time game. It's one of those ones you just had to be here, Jordan.
Pretty envious watching back here in the studio. You look like you're having a blast out there. Now, Julian, we saw merchandise. It said Cougs versus everybody. What does this game mean for the big picture for Washington State?
Well, Jordan, you think about this offseason and what it's been for Washington State. With all the conference realignment talk, they were one of the teams on the outside looking in, them and Oregon State. So to be on the national spotlight again, to play a top 25 team in Wisconsin, to prove that they belong at the big boys table. That's what they did tonight. And then you think about all the hoopla surrounding the game. The groundbreaking of an indoor practice facility, that's only going to aid in recruiting. You think about honoring Mike Leach, arguably the greatest coach in program history before the game. And all culminated in a win tonight. And the Cougs should be in the top 25. They should be at the big boys table. And if you could see behind me with the fans, they have proven that tonight, Jordan.
Certainly making a compelling argument, Julian. No arguments here. One last question for you tonight. How are the Cougs fans feeling out there? 32,000 strong, storming the field. What an exciting night down in Pullman.
Oh my goodness, Jordan. It was one of the most incredible experiences that I've ever been a part of. You know, I've covered this conference for about 6-7 years, covering multiple different schools, and I have never experienced something like I did tonight. Head coach Jake Dickert said leading into the game that Martin Stadium was one of the most toughest places to play in all of the Pac-12, and they proved it here tonight. The students were standing on their feet the entire time. The fans, the alumni, Klay Thompson was in town, Jack Thompson was in town, Drew Bledsoe was in town. It was a WSU royalty, WSU fans, just a culmination of what Pullman and this special place in the inland Northwest is all about, Jordan.
Yeah, absolutely. Goosebumps over here watching all this transpire, and everybody wearing a big old smile behind you, Julian. Thanks so much for that. We'll check in with you guys in just a little bit. Thank you so much for your reports, and we can't wait to see those highlights later on. Well, tonight, switching gears in here in Spokane, one person is dead after being hit by a vehicle in North Spokane overnight. Police tell us that this happened at Francis and White House, north of the Northtown Mall. Francis was blocked off for several hours for the investigation. No word yet on whether any arrests were made. The Rainbow Pride crosswalk between South Perry and 12th in Spokane was vandalized overnight. Take a look at this new video in our newsroom. The colorful crosswalk at Perry and 12th, meant to celebrate the LGBTQ plus community, was hit with some graffiti. We didn't see any of the vandalism outside the crosswalk, and it appeared to be just a bunch of scribbling. We did reach out to the Odyssey Youth Movement, who implemented the color scheme, and we were told that a police report has been filed. A man accused of participating in the January 6, 2021 Capitol riot is due in court in Washington, D.C. next week. According to court documents, Elliot Williams was recognized by someone in Spokane who told the FBI they knew Williams from social interactions. Williams is scheduled to appear before another judge on Tuesday over Zoom. He is not allowed to leave Eastern Washington without court permission. This morning, a fire broke out at the Valley Solid Waste Transfer Station. Crews managed to put out the fire, but they're still investigating the cause. The facility is closed until further notice, and if you have things that you need to take to the dump, you'll have to head to the North County Transfer Station or the Waste to Energy facility in Airway Heights. Still plenty ahead here on this special edition of 4 News Now, including a new species discovered in the deep sea near Alaska, why scientists are marveling at its uniqueness. Coming up next. Plus, the Fat Bear Week web cameras are up and running, but observers made a discovery they didn't expect, how it saved a man's life. Still ahead.
And today was about picture perfect in the inland Northwest. A little bit above average for our high temperatures, but I don't think anybody's complaining today much about anything. So as we head into tomorrow, well, you might break a little bit of a sweat in the afternoon, but we've got a few ups and downs in your forecast. I'll tell you all about it coming up.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence.
The fresh timer starts the minute a tomato gets picked. That's why at Fred Meyer, we shorten the time from harvest to home. So no matter how you shop, you'll have more time to enjoy your fresh produce. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
As we naturally age, many people are getting zero amount of this incredible and unique substance. That's when we start seeing an impact in our joints, skin, nails, and even our digestion.
People ask me, Dr. X, what is the #1 supplement I should be taking? My answer is multi-collagen protein.
People's reactions to me, people were like, what are you doing? What is going on? You look amazing. You have a glow about you.
What makes Ancient Nutrition Multi-Collagen stand out from other brands? 10 types of collagen. It's grass-fed, pasture-raised with vitamin C and probiotics. It's proven to reduce exercise-induced joint discomfort as early as day 1 and reduce joint discomfort rapidly, continuously, and persistently. It improves the appearance of crow's feet after 4 weeks and improves skin tone after 8 weeks. And it promotes hair thickness, growth, and a reduction in hair breakage.
It has transformed everything from my hair. Like, my hair was starting to kind of just, come out, and I don't have that anymore. My skin feels amazing.
Call the number on your screen and find out how to get a free bottle when you order, plus free shipping and our 30-day money-back guarantee. And as a bonus, we will include Dr. Josh Axe and Jordan Rubin's revolutionary book, Multi-Collagen Makeover, free with your order, plus free shipping and free returns.
I have implicit trust in Dr. Axe because the plan worked. I'm living proof of it.
This is the collagen protein that is backed by clinical studies. It's what my family uses, it's what I use, and I know you're gonna benefit in a big way as well.
Love the results or get your money back. This special TV offer is not available in stores. Call the number on your screen or go online now.
At Fred Meyer, everyone wins when it comes to savings because you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery as you do in store. So no matter how you shop, everyone saves big. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Deep sea scientists now say they've discovered a unique golden specimen on the ocean floor in the Gulf of Alaska during a dive. They were using remotely operated vehicles to dive, and they found something that one of the videographers first called a yellow hat. Media outlets have dubbed it the golden orb and even the golden egg.
I don't know what to think about this. I do like the egg case idea.
Have we seen a couple of these, or is this the first one?
This is the first I saw.
Huh, yeah, it's definitely got a big old hole in it, so something either tried to get in or tried to get out.
It's still unclear if this thing is associated with a new species or one that we already know about. What do you think our media outlet should call this thing, Matt? Yellow hat, that seemed fine. That was good.
Yeah, I'm going to reserve my judgment on that.
That's fair. Smart, probably.
You know, like in all the horror movies where there's some monster and they come upon the egg and it's like cracked open. Yep. You're like, wow, what is this? What's going on? Yeah. That's what that felt like. So
stay away.
You know, maybe turn the camera around, see if the sea monster's lurking behind the robot there. All right. Let's take a look at your forecast because we have some summer-like weather coming up for your Sunday. So if today wasn't beautiful enough for you, I think you're going to like tomorrow. Here's our current temperatures. We are cooling off nicely. Mid-70s right now in Spokane and in Pullman. Although, I got to say, it's probably a little bit warmer than that at the stadium right now. 69 in Omak, 66 in Bonners Ferry. Lookout Pass at 63, so it's cooling off pretty nice in the mountains. Here is tonight, and we're going to see quite a few 40s on the board here. Colville's down to 44, along with Sandpoint tonight. But in the metro, expect middle 50s, and really, that's the case all the way down the I-90 corridor. Moses Lake down to 54 tonight. Lewiston only down to around 60, and will warm up very quickly tomorrow morning. And so by the time we hit lunch, we're already into the middle 70s, and we'll start to break a sweat here in the afternoon because we'll be in the 80s for the majority of the afternoon and the evening. How warm is it going to be where you live? Well, let's find out. We're talking about in downtown Spokane, anywhere between 86, 87 degrees. It'll be a little bit cooler as you cross the state line. Coeur d'Alene and Post Falls at 83. Deer Park hits 84, and we're at 80 degrees in places like Bayview. Let's head further north, where it's a little bit of a mixed bag. Nice and cool in many parts of North Idaho. Clark Fork only 79, but you cross over into Washington, and we're talking about some upper 80s in places like Cusick. So a little bit, once again, mixed bag there depending on exactly on where you are. Some of those valleys, they can get pretty hot when you get right in the sunshine for an extended period, which is exactly what we're going to be doing in Northeast Washington and the Idaho Panhandle. Warm temperatures as well. We're going to be hovering close to 90 degrees in places like Omak for tomorrow afternoon. And we will be seeing some other spots pretty warm as well. So looks like we'll be watching upper 80s as well around places like Moses Lake, and look for mid 80s around the Palouse with mid 90s in the LC Valley. I'll be back later with your extended forecast.
Looking forward to it, Matt. Thanks so much for that. The last time the Washington State Cougars hosted a game on 4 News Now was back in 2004. Tonight they made their return to ABC against a very good Wisconsin Badgers team. We joined the post-game show happening live right now.
They made some adjustments to try to chip them. Just really proud of to stop the run. It takes everybody, and I thought that's what you saw today.
Coach, you said leading up to the game this week that WSU and your team had a chance to make a statement this week. What statement did you guys make?
That we're focused on the now. You know, I mean that. There's a lot of things that I would really love to say, but at the end of the day, our team belongs at the highest level. Our program does. That's in my heart. I believe that. I say that with a meaning. And for all this stuff to go on, I think it's just another way that our guys went out there and proved who we are. You know, what's the merit? What's the merit? You know, because we go out there and do more with less than maybe anybody in the country. Okay, so why is that a situation or circumstance where we can't continue to do this at the highest level? You know, I mean that. Are we going on wins? We're going on location? We're going on revenue, market? I don't know what it is, right? But for us not to be where we should be, you know, I'm not trying to give ourselves a distraction, but, you know, I'm just really proud of these guys.
This game felt kind of similar to last year's Oregon game. Now, in that game, you guys weren't quite able to find the plays down the stretch to pull out the win, but you did tonight. What was the difference?
Well, I think the biggest thing is we focused on it a lot. We really have. And last week could have planted a seed of doubt in the back of our mind. Hey, we didn't have the best fourth quarter. We couldn't go out there and get a stop. We couldn't slam the door. There was no flinch in our guys tonight. You know, I'm just really proud of everybody. It was gut check time on the offensive line and the receivers. And Lincoln Victor made a big third down catch. And Cam was incredible with his escapability and playmaking. And for the defense to go out there and shut the door should give us some really big confidence moving forward because we got to be better. You know, and there's a lot of learns. And I think that's what's exciting about this game.
Hey, Coach. Some of your guys looked like they were pretty locked in here. Shaw looked untouchable. Same with Jaden Hicks. RJ and BJ, you know, got their own too. But what kind of focus did you see from your team, you know, as they took that field today?
You know, I think we were really dialed in, you know, and I think maybe we're almost a little too excited at first, especially on offense. I think you saw us kind of finally settle in and get our stride. But to me, energy is great, but it just can't be high and low. It's got to be sustained. And I thought, you know, those guys that you mentioned are also NFL guys. And they went out there in the biggest and brightest lights, showed the work that they had in the dark. And just proud of our whole team.
Yeah, Coach. Well, you can just hear the passion from Coach Dickert there. Another great win from the Cougars here tonight. We'll transition to a hiker tonight being saved by some fat bears. Rena Roy has the story.
It's that time of year. No, not back to school. It's Fat Bear Week, the annual bracket-style tournament which ranks Katmai bears in their pre-hibernation bulk up in Katmai National Park, Alaska. But this year, online bear watchers making a shocking discovery.
I've been keeping a close eye on that camera that day and saw no bears, but I did see a distressed man.
In the middle of Alaska during a windy rainstorm, a lone hiker seen pleading for help. Chelsea Pruitt and her fellow bear watchers alerting Explore.org.
They were able to get rangers up there within 2 hours.
Park rangers jumping into action, finding the hiker at the webcam location unharmed. The live feeds allow safe exploration in one of America's most remote parks. It spans over 4 million acres with less than 6 miles of designated and maintained hiking trails.
There's the fact he found it at all was a miracle, and that he waited for help to come. I mean, he did all the right things that a lost hiker should do, and he saved his own life.
Still ahead here tonight on 4 News Now. Apple is excited to unveil the latest iPhone next week. We'll show you the biggest rumored change. Plus, a new way to diagnose autism sooner. How tracking eye movement can help doctors and parents carve a path to success.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Carl's Jr.'s new Big Char Chili Burger is big on charbroiled flavor, big on smoky sweet heat with a whole charred Anaheim chili, and big on savings with a Big Char Chili Combo for just $7.99.
The Labor Day sale at Furniture Row has been extended, and that means the more you buy, the more you save. I saved $100. I saved $200. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses.
We saved $300.
Check out doorbusters while they last. Plus 4 years, no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. But don't wait. The extended Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Beat the heat. Always water before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m.
It's time to hit the jackpot during Click It RV's Mega Jackpot RV Sales Event. Now at Northern Quest Resort and Casino. Top manufacturers coming from across the country. The best brands. Forest River, Winnebago, Thor, and more. Over 1,000 RVs to choose from. Payments from $175 a month. 0 down. 0 payments till 2024. Up to $4,000 over J.D. Power for your trade. Plus, receive a getaway package with every purchase. 5 days only, September 7th through the 11th. Click It RV's Mega Jackpot Sales Event. Now at the casino. Hurry in today.
I like the always pan and perfect pot, but you look like fun. Only at our place.
My advice to all the fathers out there, they grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
When Carl's Jr. plays with fire and a big charbroiled burger, spicy pepper jack cheese, Santa Fe sauce, and a whole charred Anaheim chili, you get the new smoky sweet Carl's Jr. Big Char Chili Burger.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
The new iPhone 15 is expected to be unveiled on Tuesday. A new change that's rumored. Apple is ditching the Lightning charger in favor of the universal USB-C charger. And that's because the European Union voted last year to get all smartphones on the same charging system by next year. The number of new COVID cases and hospitalizations is now on the rise in some parts of the country, but some say that they're having a hard time finding at-home tests right now. Big chains like Walgreens and Rite Aid now reporting a jump in COVID testing kit sales. They say they have enough inventory, but if people are struggling to get their hands on a test, it's likely due to a sudden increase in demand. Manufacturers are now ramping up production to get ready for the fall viral season. A possible breakthrough for early diagnosis of autism. It's a new FDA-approved eye tracking device that may help diagnose kids as young as 16 months old so that they can get the care that they need sooner. ABC's Rena Roy is back with the story of Dawson Britt, a boy whose life has already been changed thanks to this new technology.
Dawson Britt is a loving 12-year-old living with autism.
We call him Awesome Dawson.
Dawson was diagnosed when he was 3 years old after being enrolled in an early clinical trial for an eye tracking device designed to help diagnose and assess children with autism as early as possible. That small portable tablet device, now known as the Early Point Evaluation, recently cleared by the FDA.
In the study, Dawson was able to sit. It's a kid's chair, like in a car. He watches this video, and they watch his eyes the whole time. And they show us afterwards that the things that he is looking at look pretty sporadic compared to a typical kid.
And while the average age of an autism diagnosis for children in the U.S. is 4 to 5 years old, 2 new studies released earlier this week suggest the Early Point Evaluation could help clinicians diagnose children as young as 16 months and more accurately than with traditional methods alone. The technology works by tracking a child's eye movements 120 times per second while watching videos of other children interact. Clinicians can then compare what the child pays attention to with what typically developing children would look at. For example, a child with autism might not pay attention to hand gestures or facial expressions.
In just a few minutes of watching other children at play, there are dozens and then hundreds of different important social cues. We measure what is typical variation in attention to those cues, and then what might signify signs of concerns for social disability and concerns for autism. We use that to inform clinicians about whether or not a child may have autism, and to actually measure a child's strengths and vulnerabilities in 3 key areas: the level of social disability, as well as a child's level of verbal ability, their communicative abilities, and their nonverbal cognitive problem-solving skills.
Experts say early diagnosis and early intervention is crucial when thinking about treatment.
The goal in getting in under the age of 3 is that we can help children with autism to grow and thrive at any age. But if we can identify children before the age of 3, the brain is more plastic, it's more amenable to the positive beneficial effects of early intervention.
As for Dawson, he's thriving.
It truly is about getting your child the help that they need to be successful. It has nothing to do with not doing enough or I should do more. It's about getting them what they need. That's the bottom line.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Fall fashion and family fun, all in one place. River Park Square.
As we naturally age, many people are getting zero amount of this incredible and unique substance. That's when we start seeing an impact in our joints, skin, nails, and even our digestion.
People ask me, Dr. X, what is the #1 supplement I should be taking? My answer is multi-collagen protein.
People's reactions to me, people were like, what are you doing? What is going on? You look amazing. You have a glow about you.
What makes Ancient Nutrition Multi-Collagen stand out from other brands? 10 types of collagen. It's grass-fed, pasture-raised with vitamin C and probiotics. It's proven to reduce exercise-induced joint discomfort as early as day 1 and reduce joint discomfort rapidly, continuously, and persistently. It improves the appearance of crow's feet after 4 weeks and improves skin tone after 8 weeks. And it promotes hair thickness, growth, and a reduction in hair breakage.
It has transformed everything from my hair. Like, my hair was starting to kind of just, come out, and I don't have that anymore. My skin feels amazing.
Call the number on your screen and find out how to get a free bottle when you order, plus free shipping and our 30-day money-back guarantee. And as a bonus, we will include Dr. Josh Axe and Jordan Rubin's revolutionary book, Multi-Collagen Makeover, free with your order, plus free shipping and free returns.
I have implicit trust in Dr. Axe because the plan worked. I'm living proof of it.
This is the collagen protein that is backed by clinical studies. It's what my family uses, it's what I use, and I know you're going to benefit in a big way as well.
Love the results or get your money back. This special TV offer is not available in stores. Call the number on your screen or go online now.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Washington Cares Fund.
It's been nearly a month since the Gray and Oregon road fire swept through West and North Spokane County, leaving destruction in its path for so many of our neighbors here. But the neighborly love has not slowed down at all. Bronte Sorotsky was at the Spokane Salvation Army today, where volunteers are still working tirelessly to serve those who lost everything in these fires.
It's been a little over 3 weeks since the Gray Fire started here in Medical Lake. Organizations like the Salvation Army are here and say they will continue to offer aid to people for months, even years down the line.
We're here to help, that we're here to walk the journey with them. And so we're really just providing whatever we can from this small truck during this time.
This truck, known as the Canteen, has been all over both Elk and Medical Lake, providing those affected by 2 devastating wildfires with meals, water, masks, and emotional support.
What's the next steps? And so many people are feeling lost and not knowing where to turn or what resources are there.
Captain Kelly Kane with the Salvation Army has been helping with both fires since the beginning and says she still gets emotional with every visit.
Just driving out here, it's overwhelming and it's sombering to see the utter devastation that's taken place. And one house is perfectly fine and the next house is completely destroyed.
Now the organization is shifting its work towards long-term recovery efforts.
Long-term recovery involves case management, walking with these individual families in helping identify resources long-term, not just in the immediate. We're looking at 1 to 2 years of intense case management and helping families get reestablished and back on their feet.
As the Salvation Army works towards that goal, it asks that anyone interested in volunteering their time to drive, give out food and water, or provide emotional support, reach out to them at the information listed on your screen. For more information about how you can help those affected by these fires, head over to our website, kxly.com. Reporting in Medical Lake, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
And we could still use a bit more rain around the inland northwest. We're falling behind here as we're almost 10 days now into the month of September. Coming up, I'll show you if there's any wet weather coming up soon in your first alert forecast.
GOP frontrunner back on the ground in Iowa after a summer of criminal charges. Will any of the Republican candidates emerge as close contenders? Plus, Biden overseas as an indictment threat looms for his son. Sunday morning on ABC's This Week.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
For over 65 years, McVeigh Brothers has been on the cutting edge of the newest technologically advanced products sold. We're now offering triple pane windows, custom colored windows of your choice, and amazing mini blinds between the glass that will last a lifetime.
If you're going to work out doing this, then you've just got to do this. The 10-minute tummy tuck to slim away double the belly fat. That's right. Now you can turn regular diet and exercise into 2 times more effective. So if you're going to do this, then you've got to do this to get twice the fat slimming.
It's just disappeared. The fat is gone. I've never had a waist this size. Never. And with the tummy tuck, it's easy.
You simply apply the thermal accelerator, Slide on the tummy tuck belt, do 2 minutes of tummy tightener exercises, and in 10 minutes, you can take it off. And the tummy tuck ignites a fat-burning chain reaction that lasts for hours, even while you're doing nothing. Yes, just watch this time-lapse thermal imaging. After the belt is taken off, the temperature continues to rise for over 3 hours. And best of all, you don't have to wear the belt when you exercise. Just do the tummy tuck in the morning, then exercise whenever you want.
It's so amazing. I can't get over it. The fat is disappearing.
And it's so effective, it works even without changing your lifestyle.
I didn't change a single thing about my lifestyle. I did not change my eating habits, nothing.
Just look at this state-of-the-art ultrasound imaging showing the tummy fat layer is being slimmed away.
This is the slimmest I've been. I've never had results like this.
My stomach is so much flatter now. It worked.
And now, for just $19.99, you can try the Tummy Tuck, which comes in 3 flexible fit sizes to fit small to big tummies. Plus, the Thermal Accelerator Cream and the step-by-step video and guide, all for just $19.99. Plus, the Tummy Tuck is guaranteed or your money back.
This actually did work. It definitely worked. You're getting what you were promised.
It's real. The fat has fallen off. It's gone.
So call now.
Call 1-800-293-1637 or log on to 10minutetummytuck.com. That's 1-800-293-1637. Call now.
If you see something, why do you say something?
I see safe for my friends.
For my community.
For everyone here.
We all have something worth protecting, a why that unifies us. Report suspicious activity to local authorities.
If you see something, say something.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now, Special Edition.
And we're going to have more coverage on that big Washington State Cougar win in just a moment. But let's begin with your forecast for the rest of the evening. We're starting to see some 60s now around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Coeur d'Alene in downtown now down to 66, and we're in the upper 60s in downtown. Still hanging on to some 70s in just a few areas, but we will not be hanging around there too much longer. Really has been just a picture-perfect day around the inland Northwest, and I expect another good one as we head into tomorrow. 40s and 50s tonight, and generally it's in our more urban areas that we'll see those middle 50s with some upper 50s as well as you work your way lower in elevation and further west into the Columbia Basin, along with the LC Valley, where our low tonight in Lewiston only 60 degrees and Pullman a low of only 50, although I don't think everybody's feeling good. It's not going to matter what the temperature is down there right now. As we head into tomorrow, 86 in the Pullman area. Spokane hits 85 along with Coeur d'Alene. Lots of sunshine right around the state line, but as you head further west, you'll get a little bit further into the cloud cover. That is not going to affect our temperatures much, however. Even with partly to mostly cloudy skies, we'll still see temperatures close to 90 degrees. So if you like that summer feeling weather, you're going to love tomorrow, but you may not be as big of a fan of what we see as we head into the middle of the week. After a couple days of above average temperatures, we are going to start to cool off once again. Now that's going to come with a little bit of clouds, and coming up, I'll let you know if it's going to come with a little bit of rain as well in the forecast.
All right, Matt, thanks so much for that. And as Matt promised, we do have more coverage from Pullman tonight. In the Battle of the Cheeses, Washington State University took on the Wisconsin Badgers, and that victory tonight going to the hometown Cougs. Our Julian Minnesone joins us live again. He's missing the pirate hat here tonight, but he does have more on that showdown. Julian.
Thanks, Jordan. Yeah, I had to ditch the pirate hat. Its owner really wanted it bad after that big Cougar win. This is the quietest Martin Stadium has been all night. And since we're talking about Coach Leach, to quote the great late Mike Leach, the Coug will find a way. And that's exactly what Washington State did tonight. They started off strong, led by 15 points at halftime. Then the Badgers, they're a top 25 team. You knew they were going to make a run, and they did, cutting it down to 2 as late as the fourth quarter. But the Washington State defense, as they've done since last year and this year, put the team away. The offense did enough to squeak by, and what poetic justice. The touchdown that put this game away for Washington State, a run at the goal line by Nakia Watson, the guy who used to play for Wisconsin and then transferred here 2 years ago to Washington State, and it made all the difference tonight, Jordan.
Yeah, you know, Julian, and I think the thing that Coach Dickert talked about here tonight is all the noise surrounding the team going into this week. Are they able to compete with real Power 5 teams? They still haven't been selected for another conference should the Pac-12 dissolve. All of that noise didn't bother the Cougs at all. In fact, they embraced it, and you could say it even enhanced their play tonight.
That's exactly right, Jordan. The Cougs won on the scoreboard, but they also won in so many other ways. You think about what this offseason has been with all the conference realignment talk. Washington State on the outside looking in, still looking for a new conference home. In the eyes of the TV executives and other conference commissioners, not seen as part of the big boys table, part of the cool kids club. But tonight they proved that they can compete with anybody in the country. Second straight year they've beaten a top 25 Badgers team. Second straight year they've proven that they can compete on a national stage. And second straight year they proved this program, when you have a crowd like this in Martin Stadium rocking, it is absolutely one of the toughest places to play in the country. You also think about what this weekend was like, the groundbreaking of an indoor practice facility that could only aid in recruiting and help bring those top-tier players no matter what conference Washington State is in. You could even think of Mike Leach and how they honored him today, the guy who helped put Washington State on the national scale. And they honored him today. The Pirate was here in spirit. Washington State fought like Pirates, and tonight they're going home very happy with a top 25 win over Wisconsin, Jordan.
Yeah, Julie, and you know, I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier in the newscast tonight. When the scoreboard finally ran 3 zeros out there, this was an environment that you hadn't experienced, and you've been covering sports for quite some time. Talk about what this win means for those fans, that Pullman community, because all their eyes were watching this, especially as the Pac-12 it's not looking good.
Correct. You know, on a national stage, first time in ABC in nearly 20 years. I have never experienced something like this in my 6-7 years covering the conference. I've covered Oregon. I've covered Oregon State, Colorado, and now Washington State. There was no other environment like Martin Stadium was tonight. The students were standing from beginning to end. They were here hours before the game. Heck, even yesterday, our Allison Martinez showed in our special that they were ready to go. Alumni were here, from Jack Thompson to Clay Thompson to Drew Bledsoe. They were all here supporting the Cougs because it was such a big game. It meant such a big deal. And as Jake Dickert said, leading into this game, that there was a lot riding on this game perceptionally across the nation for Washington State, and they proved it time and time again, and they proved it again tonight, Jordan.
Well, Julian, thanks so much. We know you and Alex Crescenti put in a lot of hard work this week, so thanks to you both. We'll pivot now to the Republican hopefuls that are already descending on the key states this weekend as the race for the 2024 presidency kicks off. Rachel Scott is in Des Moines, Iowa with the story.
Hello, Rapid City. Hello.
Overnight, Donald Trump back out on the campaign trail for the first time in nearly a month, rallying supporters in South Dakota. It was the former president's first public event since he turned himself over to authorities and had his mugshot taken at the Fulton County Jail last month.
I'm the only person in the history of politics that's been indicted whose poll numbers went up 25 points or something.
Trump is facing 91 felony charges, but still the clear frontrunner, scoring the endorsement of South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem.
I will do everything I can to help him win and save this country.
The rest of the field betting big on those early primary states. Senator Tim Scott speaking to an overflow crowd in New Hampshire.
I want your vote. I'll be here I won't say every day, but I'll be here.
And former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley in South Carolina.
3/4 of the country don't want to see a rematch of Trump and Biden. It is time for a new generational conservative leader.
But this morning, all eyes on the Hawkeye State. Several candidates taking to Iowa's rivalry college football game, including Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, now preparing to cross paths with the former president.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Your whole health is more than what you find at the doctor's office, because it's all around you. The food you eat, what makes you happy, and what keeps you up at night. The place you call home. It's why we created a health insurance company that considers so much more. WellPoint, your whole health is our whole point.
This season, fall into Coeur d'Alene. Fall is a great time to visit Coeur d'Alene. With awesome weather, fall color cruises, exciting events, a variety of food, beer, and wine selections, and amazing accommodations. It's the perfect time to stay and play in CDA. Visit cdafall.com for more information.
Hello, I'm William Shatner, and you may not know this about me, but years ago, I was diagnosed with a sleep disorder. And like millions of others, I was prescribed sleep equipment. Did you know sleep equipment manufacturers recommend daily cleaning? That's why I use SoClean. It's the perfect complement to my daily routine, and it's hassle-free. SoClean is fast and easy. It keeps my sleep equipment fresh every day without the need for disassembly.
With SoClean, daily maintenance is a snap. All you do is place your equipment in, close the lid, and walk away. Order now and get our premium kit that includes a SoClean 2, a replacement filter, pre-wash solution, and cleaning wipes at no extra cost. Get all this, plus free shipping. Call 1-800-985-3207. Order now and get our premium kit at no extra cost. Call 1-800-985-3207 or go to SoClean.com now.
Inside Edition.
These are the stories that impact your life.
Thanks for staying up with 4 News Now. After the big game, here's your forecast. Even warmer weather coming in for Sunday. Cool and cloudy as we head into Monday, or cooling rather. We'll still see some spots in the 80s. Dry weather all week long. And more warmth appears to be on the way for next weekend. So if you like this weekend, it looks like we'll get a double dip in just about a week from now. Day planner, starting off in the 50s. Quick warm-up, and I mean a fast one here, because we're going to spend most of the afternoon at 80 degrees or warmer, so it is going to feel a little bit different than it has in about a week. It's been a little over a week since we've had temperatures this warm, so you're definitely going to feel it out there. Shorts and flip-flops. Kind of Sunday, which will hit around 85 for a high in the Spokane area. Sunny skies, winds out of the northeast, which will signal a little bit of a change to those cooler temperatures. Now, we will see some rain from this incoming system, or at least somebody will. Not us. Maybe the royal we, as in our friends on the other side of the mountains, will at least get a little sprinkle out of this, and our friends to the north watching us in British Columbia. 1 or 2 spots of showers in the North Cascades. That's about it. And this is Monday morning. Some cloud cover trying to push its way into our area, but all of that moisture really does not make it across the mountains, and so we end up mostly getting rain shadowed out. Now, there is a trend here in our computer that's trying to put at least 1 or 2 little sprinkles here on Tuesday morning. Am I very confident in that? Absolutely not. So you should expect dry conditions. Even then, a little sprinkle is not going to make that much of a difference at all in what is going to be, looks like a fairly dry weather pattern here in the weeks to come, because this is for 6 days from now through about 10 days from now, and this dark brown area where the Climate Prediction Center says there's a really good chance that we'll see below normal rainfall is just growing and growing each and every day. And I put this map on the screen. So we're talking about some pretty dry weather coming up through at least mid-September. I think there's some hope by the end of the month we'll start to see things swing back around again to that really nice 3 weeks we had where we got some decent rain. Drought monitor, yeah, likely going to see expansion. Got to worry about that extreme drought that's developing in western Montana. Remember, folks, even though it's been cooler, fire season is not over quite yet. As we head through this next upcoming weather period, we see things cool down just a little bit. That dome of high pressure eases off, but it's going to build back up again as we head into the weekend. And that means that our temperatures are going to start getting back up into these middle and upper 80s that we're going to be seeing tomorrow. You can see by Saturday, we're already into the 84, 85 range. We could be seeing 86s, 87s, maybe even warmer than that around Spokane come next Sunday.
All right, Matt, thanks so much for that. More than 2,000 people died when a powerful earthquake rocked Morocco. Over 2,000 more are hurt, and more than half of them critically. Here's ABC's Tom Sophie Burridge.
Residents in Marrakesh just starting to assess the damage caused by the most powerful earthquake to hit Morocco in 120 years. 6.8 magnitude quake sent people fleeing from homes and restaurants in terror late Friday. This camera capturing the moment the quake struck. People running for safety as dust and debris rains down from above.
There are fears of aftershocks.
One person suffered a minor injury when Zahir Muqtafi's house was destroyed by the quake. Thank God there were no other people here, he says. Their fate would have been death. It happened in Morocco's Atlas Mountains, the quake's epicenter about 45 miles south of Marrakesh, and it could be felt more than 200 miles away in Casablanca. Many buildings in the area near the epicenter were severely damaged or destroyed, not designed to withstand earthquakes.
There was a lot of damage that happened to a lot of buildings. Some of them are mosques, some of them are houses. A lot of communities got hurt.
A vast search and rescue operation now underway. Rescuers digging through the rubble, searching for any survivors. Residents in this small village already burying the dead. A family of 6 killed by the quake, this man says. Condolences pouring in from all around the world, including the leaders at the G20 summit in India. Several countries have offered to send in aid and rescue teams, though the Moroccan government has not yet formally asked for assistance, a step required before outside crews can be deployed. Tom Sufi Burridge, ABC News, Marrakesh.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
At St. Joseph's Indian School, we know that a Native American child's future depends on a strong foundation of community, culture, and education.
At St. Joseph's Indian School, they care for the kids.
It's on us to teach our younger generations, our children.
By investing in their education, we honor their past and secure their future. To learn more, go to stjo.org today.
The Labor Day sale at Furniture Row has been extended, and that means the more you buy, the more you save. I saved $100.
I saved $200.
Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses.
We saved $300.
Check out Doorbusters while they last. Plus 4 years, no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. But don't wait. The extended Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Dear road rivals, you may have 4 wheels, headlights, and a similar build, but our resemblance ends right there. You see, the Camry's been named best-selling car in America. But cheer up, wannabe twinsies. If you try harder, maybe you can catch up. Later, Toyota.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
This isn't the end. I know it feels like it sometimes. I know that it can be such a struggle to get out of bed in the morning, to move forward, just take one more step. But you have to. There's no other choice. You can't continue the way you've been going. Don't give up. Keep moving forward. There's always someone who's going to be there to help you.
It's time to get moving and celebrate the 9-year anniversary of Move Fitness with the best offer to join in over a year. Let's go!
Jump into an exciting new class, or bring a friend for a quick workout, or maybe just relax after a long day.
Whatever you need, Move Fitness is here for you. And with a new gym coming soon, there's never been a better time to get moving.
Join the movement. 4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence.
The tough love parenting influencer Ruby Franke was in court today. Zareen Shah has the details.
This morning, YouTube influencer and mom Ruby Franke in court over 6 felony counts of aggravated child abuse.
Miss Franke, can you hear me?
Yes. The mom of 6 remaining on a no bail hold. The judge transferring Franke's case to the judge of her business partner, Jody Hillebrandt, who also appeared in court.
Are you Jody Nan Hildebrandt?
Yes.
The two were arrested after Frankie's 12-year-old son climbed out of a window in Jody Hillebrand's home and showed up at a neighbor's house pleading for help. That neighbor calling 911, describing the boy as emaciated.
He has duct taped around each ankle. There's sores around him.
Police also finding his sister, who they say was also malnourished, at Hillebrand's home. Frankie was known for her parenting methods online.
So up until now, I was really hoping that keeping them home from school and wiping the floorboards would really bring pain.
Records show police responded to Frankie's home more than a dozen times over the last few years, including reports of juvenile problems in 2018 and then welfare checks in 2022. Police telling ABC News a judge denied a search warrant to go into their home. A school resource officer attempting twice to talk to the children, once unsuccessfully at school and again later at home.
When he asked to talk to them, to the mom and the children, they all went in the house, locked the doors, and would not respond to any of our attempts for contact.
It's very concerning when we hear that there were this many people that sounded the alarm, that there might have been something happening at this home. So there will definitely be some inquiry into why it is that none of these claims were substantiated at the time.
And one of those missed warnings included some of the calls that Frankie's oldest daughter made to officials. As for Frankie, her next appearance is scheduled for September 21st, but both her and Jody have asked for expedited trials 1 week earlier. A lot of people will be watching this. Zoreen Shah, ABC News Los Angeles.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich. With fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion or bacon or sausage, well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
You're being watched in real time throughout Spokane. The Sheriff's Office says it's for everyone's safety, but is it violating your privacy? I'm Derek Dice from 4 News Now. I'll take you inside the real-time crime center to get answers. Tuesday, only on 4 News Now at 6.
Introducing Granite Stone Blue, the most durable ultra non-stick cookware at the most affordable price anywhere. They come with vented tempered glass lids and are 100% dishwasher and metal utensil safe. You can get the Granite Stone Blue 12-piece set for just 4 easy payments of $49.95. As a bonus, we'll include our stainless steel steamer and fry set. Plus, you'll get our Granite Stone Blue bakeware set, yours free. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free. That's an incredible 20-piece Granite Stone Blue set. Order now.
Are you looking for the perfect time to get back to the gym and get fit this fall? Let's go! Join now as Move Fitness celebrates their 9-year anniversary and get started on a new routine today.
Hello, I'm William Shatner, and you may not know this about me, but years ago, I was diagnosed with a sleep disorder. And like millions of others, I was prescribed sleep equipment. Did you know sleep equipment manufacturers recommend daily cleaning? That's why I use SoClean 2. It's the perfect complement to my daily routine, and it's hassle-free. SoClean 2 is fast and easy. It keeps my sleep equipment fresh every day without the need for disassembly. To keep the immune system strong, we should do everything we can to ensure a good night's sleep, including using the SoClean 2 daily to keep sleep equipment fresh. Try SoClean 2 risk-free for 30 nights. Order now and get $100 off. SoClean 2 is so fast and gives you peace of mind that your sleep equipment is fresh each time you use it. Call the number on your screen or go to SoClean2.com to take advantage of this risk-free trial and get $100 off. Call now.
I think they like each other.
I'm Charles. Lunch?
Vanessa. I like lunch.
Give in to deliciousness. Buy one craveable classic and get another one for $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Well, you know, Matt, as a gesture, I grew out this mustache here for good luck to the Cougs. I think it worked.
I think you may have to keep it, bud.
I think this is sticking around.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.